Hello everyone and welcome back to another Create tutorial. Today we're working on a slime farm. Now there is one thing you should note before starting this is that this one is not fully automatic. You put cactus, bone meal, and wheat in that chest up there. And yeah, so these are all automatable resources. Bone meal, I've already made a bone meal tutorial over there. You can check that video out. We have a cactus one. Very simple. Just use fences and cactus. I'm sure there's like a screenshot or a video you can use. And wheat, which you can just use a radial design. Similar to that one over there that I use for potatoes. Alright. But before we get started into the tutorial, we are going to show off this material checklist. Pause on each page. And also the stone bricks. You can use any non-flammable block if you want. But I just think the stone bricks look nice. Step 1. Very self-explanatory. Chest, andesite funnel, another one, and then we got a mixer, a cogwheel, a basin. No, that's not a basin. And a filter of white dye coming out on a 3-long conveyor. Simple. Also, power input will be this shaft here. So if you wanted to test things out as you're building to make sure you built everything right, use this shaft on this side as the input. Step 2. Now we've built the two thirds, I guess. The third step is the hardest, but it's not long. Just takes a little bit to understand. Now, first, to power this conveyor over here, we have 2 cogwheels going along this shaft, which then go into this gearbox, which goes into the conveyor belt. And if you didn't understand by words, I feel like visually it makes a little bit more sense. Then here, this shaft is leading to this other conveyor belt. We'll explain this bit later. And 2 vertical ones to neutralize it back. And then there's one going up with cogwheels to power the... There should be a second mixer here. To power the 2 mixers above 2 basins. And also, before we get into the cactus, there's a shaft. It goes with a gearbox and some cogwheels into this fan here. And which has lava and a sign. So it should be 2 blocks in between that and the conveyor. So this is where we throw in our cacti. We just throw a bunch of cacti in here. You can see there's some on the belt from when I got the schematic. It goes on the conveyor. It is powered by the same shaft as you use over there. And it goes through, and it is not let in until it turns into cactus green, or green dye as it's called in the later updates of Minecraft. Also, I'd recommend, you don't have to, but you can also just put a recipe filter on here to lime dye, and on here to white dye, if you want. Alright, this one is pretty complicated, so I'm going to go one step at a time. So we have a brass filter coming out that basin right there, the back side, and it's going through a conveyor into an andesite funnel, into this mixer, which has a slime filter on it, out of this brass funnel, which only allows slime balls out, and into this chest. It is actually really efficient, so I'd recommend building this if you have the resources to, yeah, just to use it. Anyway, this conveyor belt is powered... Well, I guess we should go over this one first. So, this conveyor belt is powered, and then the 2 gearbox go over to this conveyor, and... yeah, and that's how it powers this one. And then this one goes 2 gearboxes. Yeah, sorry. 2 gearboxes over into 2 shafts into this one. Not too complicated. Also, this gearbox just gets this conveyor belt running too. And then we'll go through the wheat processing one step at a time, because this does look confusing because it's very compact, but it's not as confusing as you think. Chest. We have this chest here, and these brass wheels, which crush wheat. Also, there's 2 gearboxes here, a shaft in between, and a bunch of gearboxes here. It's really not as confusing. It's just 3 vertical gearboxes and a normal gearbox down. I guess it's another vertical one. Whoops. And it goes from this conveyor belt down into this vertical gearbox, and then a bunch of cogwheels to power this fan here, which is used later. So that's the power transfer setup. And these crushing wheels crush the wheat into seeds and wheat flour, which the seeds are immediately voided by a brass funnel. Make sure to right-click with a wrench, so that way there's an arrow facing in, so it takes seeds, throws them in the chute, and it's kind of hard to see from this perspective, but there's lava underneath the chute, so it just gets rid of it. As for the wheat flour, it gets thrown in to this filter here. I don't know why it's on 1. Doesn't need to be. And it is being washed by this. There's not supposed to be a waterlogged sign there. Whatever. You get it. Sign, water, fan. So this wheat flour gets washed and is not allowed in until it is washed. And then that, plus the lime dye, is a slime ball. And that is simply transferred over into slime balls. I guess I wouldn't really do it justice unless I turned it on and gave it some resources. And I'll do my outro while it's producing some slime. Bone meal, wheat. Easy. Alright. So we'll just go over to the model one over here. Throw in some wheat, bone meal. Also, if you really want to make this work, you might want to make this area faster than this one, because the wheat gets grinded and washed so much faster than the lime dye is created. This is only because I've been leaving it alone for a while. Anyway, we'll do my outro. Let's take out the slime balls first, just to show you how good it is at producing slime. Alright. Thank you guys all for watching. Liking and subscribing would be greatly appreciated. I'm pretty small channel right now, and any progress towards a bigger one could motivate me to do more videos. And in case you couldn't tell, there's a couple failed ones over there. So, yeah. Also, whatchamacallit. So, the reason I'm doing farms about slime balls and honey and bone meal is because they are all very useful items, but no one's done a tutorial on them, because Create has, like, no tutorials right now on some other simpler stuff. But, yeah, subscribing, liking, and especially comment any suggestions for factories or farms, whatever you want to call them, because slime was my last big idea, and I'm running really low now. Anyway, now that my outro is done, let's check how much slime we've made. 41! Or 40, you get it. It just goes up super fast. All you really need to do is hook up a bunch of farms. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Probably. Bye.